Banging on lunch table.
You damn right.
Jones, you threw out something that it was in I think it's one of the podcast groups, but I think you posted it.
Okay.
It was an interesting question, and but when you said easy, not even close, I really was like, oh shit.
I gotta hear this one. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Let's talk about this thing.
I gotta hear what you're talking about.
So it was literally the bar for bar. Who's better?
Yeah.
Andre 3000 or J. Cole?
Oh, what the fuck? Oh,
so
hold on. No.
I'm gonna fly on the wall for this.
No.
I already know how I feel about this shit.
Oh, okay. I gotta hear this. I gotta hear all the takes. Hot, cold. I need to hear all the takes. Fam, how is J. Cole even come close to Andre 3000? I'm being for real.
Jones not for nothing, and this is the person who declared himself to no longer be a J. Cole fan after listening to KOD.
And that's why I'm so surprised.
But I'm not going to sleep on the fact that, and he proved it with his feature run, if he wants to be, J. Cole is the best lyricist of this era. Three Stacks has never been the best lyricist of his era. Never. Yeah, think about everybody that was alive. Think about 94, 95, 96.
Right. Now, I'm gonna throw this catalyst out here to you though. Southern Bias.
He's from North Carolina.
No, I'm talking about for Andre 3 Stacks, the Southern Bias. Southern Bias.
Son, okay.
What you mean?
No.
For his dope.
Hold on.
How long did it take before everybody was collectively acknowledging Outkast was dope?
Okay, let's
collectively.
Come on, but wait. Southern Playalistic Cadillac music was critically acclaimed. That's what the big thing was, right? Off top, right?
All right, because the source gave them best new group,
right? A New York nigga directed their video, right?
Yeah. Okay.
I would say Outkast is the only asterisk in that conversation.
Okay.
Because I've never heard anybody ever, not from the South or West or Midwest, shit on the Outkast album. I've never heard it.
Okay.
I've heard people say I ain't listened to it yet.
Okay.
I've never heard nobody show the Outkast album ever.
Okay.
But let's just go to that, right? So you trying to tell me just playing to your Southern bias. So is Andre 3000's verse on Elevators better than Warning? Like, okay. Since we're having the conversation.
Now I'm going to keep it a buck with you.
Okay.
Elevators means more to me than Warning.
It means more to you. Fuck all of that. Technically, rapping wise.
I stopped at them all the other day, heard a call from the other way, and niggas was saying something, talking about, hey man, you remember me from school? No, not really.
Why you thinking that? I'm just going to say this right here.
It's going to be a lot of slow singing.
People only say Andre 3000 name now because it was cool to say when he was ripping those features. But they only say that shit because it's cool. They don't say that shit because they mean it. Andre 3K is that nigga that's in everybody top 10, but when you name your top 10, you got to fit that nigga in your shit. I'm sorry, but the only reason why niggas are saying that shit about Andre 3K, and I stand on this shit till this day, is because it was cool to say during that feature run. I'm going to continue saying this. And I'm going to say this shit very angrily when I say this shit now.
Let's go.
In the history of hip-hop, if you was in a group, the way that you solidify your top standing was to do a solo project.
Yeah. Fact.
There's never been a group in hip hop who had a nigga who was the lead in they shit not do a solo.
Facts.
Because they did it to prove their standing.
Yeah, that they was that good.
That they was that nigga.
Absolutely.
Now, I agree with you. I do agree with you because I do think like everybody tossing like Andre 3000 around.
They toss that shit. Him and Black Thought they toss because it's cool. That's not saying that they ain't talented. They toss them two niggas because it's cool.
Because to me it's because he's rare. He don't got the solo album. It's the J Electronica shit. Like he only drops a verse every once a year, every twice.
This nigga said he ain't want to drop the shit. He said he ain't want to drop it because he was afraid how the shit was gonna come out.
Yeah.
How the fuck you gonna? He gave you what he said. He gave you the answer.
Yeah.
But you You're putting him on a pedestal for that shit.
Yeah, man.
Now I am a J. Cole fan. I'm not a fan of J. Cole fans.
Yeah.
I am a J. Cole fan.
Okay.
And I will put J. Cole over 3K.
Absolutely.
Okay, I don't say that. Now that's where we split,
nigga. Because it's a difference between having to go up in the studio and put up 3 verses and a hook, then 1. You doing half of the work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not even that. Not even half.
Yeah, you're not even doing half.
Nah, I get that.
You're doing a third of the work.
When you're doing all of the work, that's one thing.
Okay.
But if we was just looking at the bars that J. Cole is giving us versus the bars that Andre is giving us, I say Andre take the lead.
Okay, y'all giving out participation.
No. I say his verses on Outkast shit. If we took those off of that.
Okay.
And I'm not saying Andre 3000 is the greatest rapper of all time.
Well, of course you're not. Nobody's saying that.
Nah. But if we just looking at, if we took the verse off of Aquemini versus verse off a J. Cole song, which verse is better? It's gonna be the Aquemini.
No, it's not necessarily. Jones, I'm gonna let me break this down real quick for everybody, right? Okay, so this Andre 3000 thing, because we throw out here that he's such a great lyricist, and honestly, like, y'all only can really go to maybe 6 verses where he's not telling a story. So now, storytelling, it might be a dead heat between him and Cole. Okay.
Shit, I'm gonna get at the Cole now.
And I'm calling
at this point,
and I'm only calling the dead heat because obviously the 5 or 6 stories that Stax has told, and we're gonna get into those, are why he's even in this conversation. And I'm gonna show y'all big 6, and I want you, Jones, to have the task of telling me what's number 7 that can even put him in this conversation with Cole, right? So boom.
And mind you, these are solo verses. These are not even whole songs.
Okay. Right, exactly. Like these are one-off verses, and that's
one-off verses.
Right. So so storytelling, I'll respect. I'll just call it the dead heat. Metaphors.
I get that. I will give that the 3K.
Yeah,
I'll give that the 3K.
I'm only giving him a slight edge. Okay. But when we're talking about similes, analogies, and homonyms, Cole crushes that nigga.
Yep.
Crushes him. Because there's not even a lot of verses with him on there. So so here we go. So like I said, they were at 1 apiece. Well, I gave him a dead heat, and then I gave him Stacks. That is, I gave him metaphors. I gave him a slight edge on metaphors. Similes, analogies, homonyms. Cole crushes him 3-0. It's not even a contest.
Crushes.
So and I'm gonna go right here, Jones.
Okay.
So let's throw out all the bullets in the 3K chamber. And in no particular order, because I'm obviously going to tell these out of order. Gets Elevator's verse, Rosa Parks. You got his verse on Get Up, Get Out, CeeLo.
Okay.
You have, because people stand on it, Return of the Gangster.
Okay.
And you have International Players Anthem.
Okay.
Which ain't even on one of his songs, but it is what it is.
And that's the other song that they put him up in there because make him greatest of all time. Because that song.
Exactly. And then
that's a reach, but I feel you.
Right, yeah. No, it is.
No, that's
I feel you. And it's what was it? It's Deuces, right? Deuces.
You just doing all sort.
Well, no, but these are the 6 Stacks verses
that people hear.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Because so with that being said, with the 6 out the chamber that I know everybody's leaning on to put him in these conversations, what is number 7?
For me, I would say the second verse in the Aquemini. When he's talking about my mind warps and bends, floats the wind, count to 10, meet the twin, Andre Ben, welcome to the Lion's Den. Like that shit with the flow and all of that shit. Okay. That shit is nuts. Some of those verses that you pick, like the Deuces shit, like Deuces.
How many bars was it?
Ooh, I don't know how to count.
How many bars was that?
I think it's probably like 24. I think that was 24.
Oh man, but it keeps going, like
because they split them up, right?
Right, yeah.
Exactly my point.
Wait.
Come on, man. But when
you have to give I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, but you got to get credit to that shit. You can't you can't have a nigga come in and give you half of the work and give a nigga all of the credit.
No. I'm not giving them all of the credit. What I'm saying is those verses, regardless if he split them up with Big Boy or not, are ill ass verses.
Not saying that they ill ass verses. Because I agree that they ill-ass verses. But when you say lyricist, you got to look at the whole body of work. Yeah. You just can't sit up there and give me a couple of... you can't give me a couple of verses off of a group track and tell me that this nigga is this nigga is surpassing everybody.
Yeah. Because
you can't, to me,
right.
you...
I mean, because and you know what?
But you got to look at what we looking at, though. But Outkast, we putting somebody in a group, and some of his best work was in the group.
What you mean? Some of his best work was in the group? His best work was in the group.
Okay, his best work was in the group.
His only work is in the group.
Because even if he's doing a feature, he's only giving you 8 to 16 bars.
He's doing half of the work.
Right.
Versus somebody who's doing all of the work.
And I'm gonna give the credit to somebody who's doing all of the work than somebody who's gonna do half of the work. I am a Outkast fan. Mm-hmm. Can't nobody tell me I am not an Outkast fan.
Okay.
I love Outkast. I got every last Outkast album.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I've been preaching the excellence of Outkast ever since Southern Playlist. Matter of fact, since Players Anthem.
Okay.
Because I don't know too many niggas other than me who had that Christmas album.
Facts.
Yeah, I don't know too many niggas who had that Christmas album.
You're officially the only person I know that has it.
I had that
shit. The LaFace Christmas?
I had that shit. Columbia House. Shouts out to me.
Yeah.
And when I heard that shit, I like, them niggas cold.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
However, when if you really looking at it, get off that fan shit.
Right.
I'm not saying you don't fan shit.
Right now.
But get off that fan shit. Get off that nostalgia shit. Mm-hmm. All of that shit. Any nigga who love hop is always going to look at what I said earlier. When the nigga was in the group, to prove that shit, you had to do the solo.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just the fact. You just got to, and it's okay. So even if we went verse for verse, right, Jones, I would take every single feature that J. Cole has done from Blueprint 3 until right now, and I still put him over 3K.
Ooh, okay.
I don't even need Truly Yours. I don't need the warm up. I don't even need it to prove those
really, it was only a handful of verses in a particular year. What 3K went ham?
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because it was the DJ Drama shit. It was the Walk It Out shit, which people overhype because they don't like the nigga that's originally did the song.
You know what? He did it twice. He did it in like 07, 08-ish, around that time. Then he did it again in 2012 because he hopped on Frank shit, he hopped on Raw shit, and he hopped on T.I. shit. Yeah. All in the same.
So who did that this year? Cole. Along with putting out an album that's critically acclaimed. Come on, man.
Like, yo, like, off top, like, whatever y'all want to measure, don't even count Cole albums. You don't, because you don't need to. He's done enough features where I can tell you, no, he's a better rapper, bar for bar, than Andre 3000.
Until 3K proves it.
And he's not, and now he's too old to want to prove it.
No, it's not that he's too old to prove it. To know he don't. It's just the fact that he don't want to.
Right? Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying.
That's the essence of hop. It's not that he's too old to want to. He never wanted to in the first. He told y'all that shit.
Yeah, no, he did.
How you hyping up a nigga who told y'all what he wanted to do?
Yeah. Like and everybody's screaming that Love Below shit. The singles are Hey Ya, Prototype, and Roses.
Yeah.
Leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah, that's why when niggas. That's why when people got mad at me and I said that when I did my overrated shit, I said the rapper version of Lauryn Hill is overrated. Because tell me how many rap songs Lauryn Hill actually has solo.
Right. Man,
she got 5.
Yeah,
and y'all only talk about 3.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? In this particular case, I see what y'all mean.
I
still disagree.
Okay.
I still disagree, but I see what y'all mean because we did do the same shit with Lauren. It's like, how is she here when she ain't got the work to back up what y'all saying?
Right.
But the only thing with this, if we
just put them niggas in separate categories, you can honor them niggas and just put them in a separate category.
Fair enough.
Because I'm a fan of Lauryn Hill. I ain't gonna like shit on Lauryn Hill. But I'm not never gonna put her in my top 5 of anything rap.
Hell no.
Because she only got 3. Again, she only got 5 rap fucking songs, and we only talk about 3, and we only talk about 1 because she dissing Wyclef.
Right. And I just found it out in 2018. By the way, I had no idea Lost Souls was a diss track. I had no idea. It just sounded like a cool ass rap song. I was like, okay.
She was dissing her baby daddy.
Yeah, who ain't doing that? Like, who ain't doing that? I'm getting this somewhere. Yeah. I'm sure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But Jones, okay, final question before we wrap up this topic. I believe we're gonna wrap it up, depending on what you say, probably. Well, I guess my question for you, because you are going to represent the 3 Stacks fan community.
All right, let's go.
What is the verse, or what is it about Andre 3000 that you guys put him in this top tier lyricist category?
You know what? Okay. And I thought about this too. The way we look at storytelling, and like, yeah, I know you like to say like storytelling doesn't necessarily equal being a lyricist.
Right.
Is that okay? And to me, I don't separate the two.
Okay.
To be a master storyteller, you have to know how to put the words together to rhyme that shit, for it to still rhyme and make a cohesive, coherent story. So that's why I kind of look at him like he's so dope. And to me, if I can remember correctly, besides like on dark shit like Scarface, he was one of the first people to not be gangster and still rap what he felt. Okay. Like Once Upon a Time, there was a boy. Like when you picture Andre 3000 rhyming, it was like he was just looking off into space, thinking his deepest thoughts and shit. Okay. And he let you in.
Took some ass and started rapping.
Yeah. So it's like those rhymes that came out of that made him great.
Okay. I feel you on that.
He was one of the, I think one of the first to really do that.
To me, he was Ye before Ye.
Yeah.
To me, that's fair. To me, Andre 3000. Now I'm gonna big up Andre 3000. Mm-hmm. I think Andre 3000 was Ye before Ye. Mm-hmm. I think that Andre 3000 is a great storyteller. I think he's a great lyricist. I just put him in a different category because of his body of work solo. Mm-hmm. But now I will say this: if you put that nigga in, you know, a match with a nigga, I think that nigga give a nigga a go.
Yeah.
And probably kill him. I think that early Andre 3000, I think, and I'm saying this because I think early Andre 3000 had a don't give a fuck quality and mentality. That's why he even said what he said at the Source joint, like, y'all, shit, ain't no love for the South. Like that. Yeah. And then when you think about it, at that moment, it's like somebody had put it on Facebook. I don't know who it was. It was almost like a curse. It's like the color purple and shit. Like, until you do right by me and shit. I think the South put a curse on New York. Yeah. Because shit ain't been the same since really then. Like, Outkast really took that shit. Yeah. But I think that Andre 3000 gives you incredible work with his teammate. Yeah. I think they are a great team who puts out great work. And I wish that he did a solo because because Big Boy had put out two quality bodies of work that was critically acclaimed, and the All Stars joint that with Killer Mike and them. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I think the thing about 3K is that, as you said, it's almost like George Clinton-ish. Yeah. How with his look, with his lyrics, with his storytelling, he could paint a picture for you that's vivid as hell. Even and that's with the Outkast albums in general. Like on the ATLians joint, I could picture myself being up in the record store looking at this joint and looking at ATLians and be like, man, y'all don't matter this southern spaceship ass shit, whatever. Mm-hmm. I think it was that, and then as Cam put it earlier, you know, there wasn't nobody in New York like fuck Outkast. Because they gave you music that you could feel in the South and you could feel in the North, you could feel in the East, you could feel in the West. Right. Now that's why Outkast gets a lot of love, because even though they was from the South, you didn't look at them as a Southern artist. Right. That's why they get a lot of love. I just think that, again, Andre 3000 gets the hella love that motherfuckers get is mostly because nostalgia.
Yeah. So, like, okay, and I'm sorry, Joe, do you have anything else to say on your original?
Nah, I was just gonna say, like, he gets the love he gets. I agree with Bang because he's different. He's different and he's rare. He's the pops that don't come around. You know what I'm saying? And when he do come around, it means the world to you. Like, oh my God, he's finally gonna pick me up and shit. And it's like, nah, bro, he just coming around for a minute. He gonna be right back out. You better go enjoy them old ass albums. Like, that's why people put him up there. When I'm like, yeah, he's dope. He is very, very dope. He's in my top 5. Him and Big Boy together, though. Outkast is in my top 5.
Okay.
It's like, that's why.
So, all right. So, and I want to clarify because I know some people probably like be like blowing the gasket when I separate storytelling and lyricism, right?
Yeah.
And I want to. The best way for me to describe this, I'm gonna go all the way back to the '80s, right? And I'm gonna say like a lot of people that get compared, especially like when we throwing out your Kendrick Lamar, your 3 Stacks, your Big Chris, whatever, right? Some of these conversations become Rakim versus Slick Rick to me.
Ooh, okay.
And Rakim is a great storyteller as well, but he's also a lyricist. Like Mahogany and My Melody are like,
I see what you mean.
you know what I'm saying, and Paid in Full is it, but when all you're getting is Children's Story, Teenage Love, Hey Young World, bangers, classics, great songs. Ain't no bars really in all of those though.
Versus when you get Follow the Ledge.
Yeah,
Know the Ledge,
right?
Know the
And Follow
Ledge,
the
right.
Leader.
Follow- yeah, there we go.
You got 2 songs in one. There you go. But see, and that's where I come from. Like I look at it like this. Like a lot of people like want to just kind of throw out that storyteller category like it don't exist on its own. And really, we have a lot of storytellers, a lot of great storytellers. Like like literally the way you kick off all of your favorite 3K raps, there's fucking stories. Like there's stories, and there's nothing wrong with that. The problem is that he don't have a Paid in Full. He don't have like I guess a New York State of Mind.
Where he's just barring your life away.
Right, like because there is, you know what I'm saying, there's a way to tell a story. Again, similes, analogies, homonyms. He ain't using those in his raps. He's using metaphors. You know what I'm saying? He's rhyming and he's telling stories. And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, I separate lyricism and storytelling, because some lyricists are very dope storytellers and some storytellers are just telling fucking stories. That's it.
You know what? That reminds me. I never forget. Because Pun mentioned it's so hard. It was like, take off my drawers and then jerk me like the Source Awards. And I think that was the year, it was like 99 or 2000, they gave Lyricist of the Year to Scarface.
Yeah.
And over Big Pun.
Yeah.
And it's like, and we consider Scarface a lyricist, but if we came to like bars,
Consider Scarface a lyricist.
Yeah, see me.
I know hip hop does.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously they did. They gave him the award.
Yeah, hip hop would be like, he's a lyricist.
They gave that shit because it was a Lifetime Achievement Award.
I'm not mad at that, because if we was
Not
talking,
saying that Scarface don't got bars.
and Scarface, before y'all get pissed, Scarface is in my top 5.
I think Scarface.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine for him to be in your top 5.
Yeah,
It's
Scarface is a nigga. I don't consider him a lyricist. I consider him a nigga that just really upfront. It's not nothing complex about Scarface.
Yeah.
If he's going to shoot you, he's going to tell you he's going to shoot you.
Yeah.
He's not going to use a whole bunch of extra shit just to say he's going to shoot you.
Again, Scarface, great storyteller in my view.
And that was going to be my
One
point.
of the best.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Right. Like, if there's a top 10 rapper storyteller, he's in probably no lower than 6.
Never Seen a Man Cry is a scary fucking
Hell yeah.
ass song.
Oh, yeah.
When I hear that song, I'm not going to front. That song, I was scared to listen to sometimes. Like, I don't want to listen to that shit.
You know, I didn't watch the video. I'm just being honest.
What do you
I didn't watch the video.
say? Your heart no longer sounds strong. Stop trying to fight the reaper. Just relax and let it go. When he describes death,
that shit look. That's straightforward as fuck.
Right,
yeah.
Ain't no bar in that. Ain't no simile.
Like,
Like,
about to die.
but the picture he's painting with the words
There you
is
go.
excellent.
Storytelling.
Yeah,
exactly.
But that it wasn't nothing complex about that.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
Nigga, you're gonna die.
So right, you know what I'm saying? So like literally that's why I separate lyricism versus storytelling, and why you all got to, because a lot of like we're missing out on a great category of rappers that we don't acknowledge enough, and that's why a lot of niggas don't be making y'all top 10s, and you be overlooking people because you're not compartmentalizing everybody correctly. But it's another story.
Hey,
Fuck all that. We'll catch y'all next year with all that.
yeah,
Banging on lunch tables.
you goddamn right.